Truly, they just need to keep a very high octane type playstyle here.
Do you think they're going to be able to do it?
I think so. I believe in the boys to bounce back here. You know,
Yeah.
well, Watson gets spotted by a ward. He didn't know about it as well. Oh, he does ping that they must have seen him.
A little bit of a kerfuffle down in the bottom lane for the first time. This is not according to the regular Dota 2 script. So Antares is going to end up getting whacked away, and it's going to be the first blood. It's like they're trying to let Stormstormer get it, but Kataomi will get the final hit.
That's so funny. He was walking towards the Roche pit, and they were like, oh, don't let him deny to Roche. But actually, Roche starts in the top left, guys.
Yeah.
So you could actually have waited there. But, you know, who knows where Roshan starts. There's a lot on the
line here. There's a lot on the line. People are stressed out.
I mean, it's more, you know, people don't do level 1 Roches anymore or anything like that. So you don't really think about it.
I miss those cheesy days.
Yeah. I mean, I liked when it was an option. Now it's just, you know, never worth it. I think it's a little bit off balance now that it's never worth doing Roche level 1. They should buff it slightly somehow.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the mid matchup, because that's your favorite place to watch each time. Stormstormer on the Pangolier versus Kiyotaka on his Arc Warden. Who comes out on top in this?
Pretty tricky matchup. It's a lot about execution. Stormstormer has to do a good job not getting continuously right-clicked, or he could lose the lane really badly. But I would say Pango doesn't really have a horrible time against Arc Warden still, because you have your double spell farming. But this is Dire Arc Warden. Those fast wraiths are incredibly tough to deal with, and he's going to be using them aggressively here.
Ooh, Watson, bottom lane, ends up getting bashed. He'll use the blood grenade on him. Not quite enough to get this kill just yet, but close enough to make him sweat.
A ton of damage already on him, and that's just going to make it awkward for him. You know, he's tangoing up to try and get to a point where he can get back to CS, but he has to sit back.
Solo trapped in those shards. Do they go for it? Nah. So again, these supports sitting at the very edge of their seats.
Interesting starting build. They went for on Gabby as well in his Dawnbreaker. The triple gauntlets into triple Iron Branch.
I have not seen that. You think it's worth it?
Yeah, he wants Bracer and he wants Soul Ring, so it makes sense. You use up the 3 gauntlets for that. It's just very, very heavy auto attack damage on level 1.
Stormstormer with the bottle arrival, so he's going to be able to get that health and the mana right back up again.
So far doing pretty even on mid. It's just one last hit more and one deny more for the Arc Warden, but we see a charge already coming in towards mid to control the rune. This is not really to hit the Pango so much as just to take away the rune.
I think it's good. I think that's a good call. Kiyotaka has his own bottle, so we'll go through those charges, get the water rune, and that's going to make it a lot harder for Stormstormer.
I think it's smart. When you play Spirit Breaker in your team, I think it's really good to try and control those water runes. It makes a big difference. Now, Stormstormer is low on resources.
And this is great, too, because they have a Centaur, and this guy is very, very tanky. It's hard to get the kill with, especially, you know, this Chen and the Slark currently, unless he's playing a little bit too dangerously. So it's just the freedom of movement that Antares is able to do on the Spirit Breaker because of the fact that they made this decision for the lane.
Yeah, it's also a little bit adaptation to what happened. Like, they very early on got Slark super low in HP, so that frees up the Centaur a little bit. Say, okay, you can go and control rune, it's fine.
It's a little bit dangerous here. They're going after Solo, but he's got the Icarus dive. Plus all the Flame Spirits. They want Ramses, though. Can they finish him off? They have the Starbreaker. They need maybe 1 or 2 more hits, and it's just so hard for them to do it with those Flame Spirits being applied.
Yeah, Fire Spirits. That's why 9 Pandas looked very happy to pick the Sven Phoenix immediately into this lane. They did see the Dawnbreaker and Tusken got to pick 2 heroes against it to try and counter it. And, you know, so far it's working out decently for them. I will say, though, that Dawn is still not struggling. She's, you know, even CS with his Sven.
Fishman just clicking me arrow nonstop.
Yeah, the little priest.
Barely doing much of anything over there, but he's trying.
Yeah, little priest is so good for harassing. He keeps healing himself, so doesn't really care about the 2 points in retaliate aura. that Mira has.
It's gone pretty far here, though, right now. So we do see that charge coming out again towards Stormstormer for that 4-minute rune, just to secure it, make sure that he has no mana. He's even got the raindrops, trying to get that little extra regen. They go for the dive. They want this.
I'm not sure they can get the kill, but they are gonna control the runes again. At least the fact that they chased that deep made it so Stormstormer going to base doesn't feel like a very long journey. He's gonna tip Kiyotaka. He's like, really? You need this much help to win mid?
Thinking like a mid laner right now. The rest of us are just like, oh, yeah, you know. You're just like, yep, that's taunt. That's 100% taunt.
Yeah, it's a little bit of, you know, a little bit of having
Chasing
fun with
for
it.
Watson. Yeah, not quite in the position, though. Doesn't have the mana to do the hoof stomp either, so.
And the heal is so valuable. This little creep keeping Watson happy and healthy as well.
All right, level 5 on Stormstormer, level 5 on Kiyotaka. Stormstormer just a little bit further ahead here in terms of that experience, but I'm sure we see something start happening soon. Top lane, though, solo. Turns back around. They get the kill, Kataomi, and this TP wants to punish Gabby here from the charge.
Grenade too?
Spear. Yeah, there it is.
Oh no, he used Soul Ring and then the blood grenade immediately ticked him to death.
Feels
Not gonna be able to
bad.
use his Q even.
Can't believe Stella's still alive after all this.
Yeah, and we see a little bit of an attempt
Courier.
here with the creeps to try and get the courier. Gonna get it.
Feels like Fishman's like, maybe I can, but nah, doesn't have the boots. A bit slow. He's around though.
Leaves the Slark 1v1 against Centaur. I guess he's fine with that since Centaur went for multiple points and retaliates. Slark just focuses on farming.
I mean,
6-minute rune.
looking at laning now, do you feel like Entity has put the pressure on more?
I think they are a little bit reactive to what's happening here more so, but they're going mid with ulti.
They're going mid with the ulti, and they can see those teleports are coming out as Kataomi taking a lot of damage. They want Kiyotaka. They need to bounce around a little bit more. One more hit there, and his Fishman will finish him off. Solo sitting very low too, so a swashbuckle will be just enough to get the kill. And Antares is just gonna back off here while top lane Gabby continues to try to put the pressure over onto Ramses, but he cancels out that Starbreaker easily as bottom lane, Watson and Miera will trade.
Oh boy, that's a good trade though for the Slark. Gets
Ooh,
the
oh my
kill
god,
first.
Antares? With that double damage, that's a lot.
He's going in, dominant force, Spirit Breaker. That's a huge kill bottom that happened though. He got the experience as well over on the Slark since he was the one going in first, or getting the kill first. So he's a full level ahead almost of the Centaur. Gonna get his ulti, and Centaur not gonna get level 6 before that happens.
Your idol falls.
And similarly, mid lane, I mean, getting that Pango roll before the Arc Warden ulti was big.
There's going to be a charge over to the mid lane, over onto Fishman. He will pop as now Stormstormer looking to get this Kiyotaka. Will be able to manage it, and they'll go and grab that Tempest Devil. It's a little timeout just before they can land.
It actually died. He got the gold over on the on the Tusk. So nice. Somehow they managed to bring down the Arc Warden again. He's overstepped a little bit there.
Solo does have the Icarus dive if he needs it.
Looks like he's going for mana boots on Pango here before going Orb of Corrosion. We'll see if he finishes it or just goes straight for the Diffu.
Level 6 online now for Dawnbreaker and the Sven. You can see that Ramses is already using that to his advantage just to clear camps. But they have the backup if needed. Deck Stormstormer rolling on in, and there it is. Like we said, the level 6 is online.
Stampede though.
Dawnbreaker joining in, but they don't manage to go and get the kill. Although Antara's still here trying to serpentine a little bit. Looks like he will end up dying. Gabby will get rewarded for that early rotation.
That's what the Centaur last pick was meant to do there. The Dawnbreaker, you know, has similar saving ability, but they're gonna go on him again here.
Oh yeah, they can see Kiyotaka. They've got Kataomi nearby, so it feels very good if you're an Entity fan, and this Tempest will also end up falling. So multiples here in this mid lane, but this is worth it. We talked about before how they had a lot of rotations, but there's a tower to be hit. There's an objective this time around instead of just following them across the map.
Yeah, they get the tower and they get, killing the Arc Warden back to back. He's gonna have to walk of shame out to the lane now, or into the jungle. It's also 9 minutes in and he doesn't have Midas. He was super close there.
That was a little spooky there for a second. Miro had used pretty much everything, and Watson was still holding on to Shadow Dance, but...
Yeah, Watson's gonna be fine.
Solo. Still no level 6 just yet. Look at this. Got the Omi in a good position. Don't really want to dive that tower, though, I think, guys. So, Entity, they will back off.
Yeah, they're gonna back down a little bit. They have 30 seconds until the next Dawnbreaker ulti is available. They saw Arc Warden walk down mid lane. They have this deep ward on the tier 2. So immediately when they see this, they're just running straight at him.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's exactly the play. As while this is happening, there's a hunt on Antares, but Kata Omi, all right, he's there with Stormstormer. They'll finish off Kiyotaka. And this chase is still happening, but they'll be able to go and punish Antares for being in the jungle.
Oh, maybe Sven can come in for a quick kill here. Ulti, stun.
That was close. Over into the mid lane, though. Ramses will be able to clean up.
Gets a quick
Every
kill
single
there.
lane had something going on during that time frame. My goodness.
Yeah, action abounds. That's the way we like Dota right now.
Oh, yeah. Definitely more fun than sitting there. What was it? The just anti-mage 4 protect 1 era.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That was so boring.
Go far enough to the Drow Medusa days of early Dota 1. That was exciting times.
They send a bunch of Phantom Lancers down a lane and just...
Bottom, they're thinking about Centaur.
Go land the pounce, followed up with the Dawnbreaker and the Snowball. So that's a very dead Miro. And they can put pressure on this bottom tower for sure.
Yeah, quick rotations here, and they're getting nice item progressions as well from all these ganks. They're getting close to the diffusal on both the Pango and the Slark. Slark's, in fact, is already on the courier coming up.
Meanwhile, we're doing a little bit of scouting. Does manage to find a couple of the stacks over here.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the Arc Warden has finally finished his Midas and actually able to use it in the jungle for a bit.
This poor guy, he's just been jumped on relentlessly.
It's been rough, but it's kind of what you get. I guess he likes the suffering. The first phase pick Arc Warden, he must be challenging himself or something.
I guess they just value it so high that they want to make sure it doesn't get taken out. But it kind of paints a little bit of a target on his back, right? Like, you pick this up so early, like not even early in the draft, but early in your games as 9 Pandas. You're going to know, oh yeah, this guy really likes to play Arc Warden. We should probably ban it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe that's what they want to do, and then just force people to have that in mind for the rest of the tournament. But so far, they're playing nicely around it. He's having a hard game, but that frees up a lot of space for Ramses. When you put a lot of emphasis on shutting down a mid laner like this, that means that the carry is going to have a free time. And again, Sven hasn't died a single time.
Get a nice block on this camp here. So they've smoked up, so see Kata Omi again. This little ghost walk, so to speak. Watson finds his opening. Oh, a big punch, and Ramses is just dead. Can't get that egg fast enough. I think it's going to be pretty darn good for them here as they get the Hand of God off. Keeps them nice and healthy.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
they want Kiyotaka again, but look at him. He's like, nope.
Yeah, the chase forcing him at least to TP back base.
This is good. This is what I want to see from Entity. I wanted to see this aggression, and they're definitely living up to it here.
Yeah, they really are. And it's 9 Pandas who are the ones with the Spirit Breaker. They want to try and set up some action, but it's kind of hard to do around the way that you're playing with Max Retaliate on Centaur. I feel like this Centaur is not really able to play as high tempo as the Dawnbreaker is right now. And he basically just wants to farm. He's 1,000 gold away from his Blink Dagger, and having Blink Dagger will definitely allow him to join a bit, but for now, they're essentially all just hiding away and farming, and it gives Entity all the options to make rotations.
I mean, that's also the issue, right? Like, I'm looking at their draft right now, and you've got a Spirit Breaker, but you need at least +1 or +2, and Miro's just not in that position, like we said. There's only so much that a Phoenix can really do without ending up, like, having to bail. And then your other 2 cores, right? You've got the Sven, you've got Kiyotaka. Kiyotaka's had a really difficult time. He's not going to be able to group up with the rest of the team to be able to make these moves.
Yeah, and Watson is doing great on the Slark as well.
And this is the aggression we talked about. Again, Miro, he can't even get out of here. He's just dead. There's no Stampede now.
This is really rough for 9 Pandas. They're losing access to everything at the same time. Watson going into the enemy ancients here. He's gonna go for his Sven.
Yeah, he sees himself as Ramses. They will have the God Strength up in about 5 seconds, but he's got the Storm Hammer, the jump forward. He's already dead, and Phoenix now has to cancel that TP. And Taris is charging in. He might want to cancel this out. There's a Sven near, or not, sorry, not a Sven. There's a Chen nearby. As they kill Kiyotaka yet again, the chase is on after. And Taris, click, click, click. That is a double kill for a very patient Watson.
Dude, they need to break this pattern right now in 9 Pandas. This is not okay. They need to start making some move with the Sven together with the rest of the team. Everybody's just looking to farm up some next key item, but they're not going to get there ever. The amount of pressure Entity have on them is like, it's too much. They're completely crumbling under it.
Yeah.
So they need to group and get something done around the Sven, I think. The only way they can break the pattern.
It just feels like they don't want to move together. Like they're like, no, 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 I need this item, or no, 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 I need to get this. I would have liked to see Miro again be more aggressive. I think that it's still very hard, considering what they have to work with. But they need to put the pressure out, like you said. Absolutely.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Entity are falling back a little bit here, just, you know, falling back into a smoke and doing a wraparound move. They have a ward that sees Miero. They know he's farming for his Blink Dagger, so they want to try and delay this timing, and they're going to be so happy to see him run left instead of right here, because him going on the small camp, that means he's dead.
Yep. Watson's here, lands the pounce, in comes the snowball, no mana left for it all, and there's a big old walrus punch as Watson finishes him off. And Stormstormer's just like, oh, cool. Like, I'll go check out the rest of the things, guys. Didn't even need me. Still holding on to that Rolling Thunder. He's in a great position currently because there is a Kiyotaka about to walk over. This is like when a cat falls asleep with his paw open and a mouse walks inside.
It really is. He's going to see him now and be like, hey, guys, right here.
Yeah, and then you have the Dawnbreaker. You don't even need the Dawnbreaker, honestly. But you know what? Now you're in a great position to start putting pressure on the tower.
Yeah, and Roche at the same time. They're doing both at the same time because they feel so free in this game. So normally you don't go for double objective like this at the same time. You know, stretch yourself too thin. But 9 Pandas just do not have anything going right now. So they're going to simultaneously be losing Roche and the tier 2 tower possibly.
I mean, it's 10K net worth lead currently, but yeah, you know, you're feeling very, very powerful, very strong. Kataomi finds himself in Taris, does not have that charge, so the Walrus Punch with the Rolling Thunder just coming on through. They'll finish up. Hand of God coming in clutch here for Kataomi as he throws the shards up. Miro still should be able to get this kill. Now Stormstormer a little bit on his own, but look at this. In comes Dawnbreaker, needs to land that Starbreaker. Oh, it's so close, but not quite there. They got to be thanking his lucky stars right now. Whew.
That was very, very close, but he gets out, and that is so important for 9 Pandas because they need every bit that they can get right now to stay in this game. He's moving top, trying to get some farm over there. Meanwhile, the Arc Warden has finished up his Maelstrom, is working on travels, but this is not where an Arc Warden wants to be. He's so far behind in net worth.
Gabby's like, oh yeah, I'm being charged. Hey guys, what's up? Just gonna walk away.
Also, Fishman has somehow promoted himself to be more farmed than the enemy offlaner. I don't know when this happened, Fishman, but he's farming some creeps. He's got 82 CS.
Fishman hasn't showed up for like any of these fights. His contribution has been mostly just hand of God. And it works for them though. That's like exactly like that global capability with a Dawnbreaker. And then just having those really aggressive, you know, cores, like having Stormstormer, having the Slark, like this is very active and I love to see it. I love to see, you know, more aggression coming out, especially with what they have to offer. Again, they have the Dawnbreaker ulti up. They found Kiyotaka. They're going to immediately follow with the Dawnbreaker. And again, this Arc Warden just has not had a game. They want that Tempest double too. Look at him.
They tried to get away with a Stampede there, but sadly the Aghanims on Slark, he just double pounced him one more time, and Stampede was now wasted. You didn't get away with the Arc Warden, so...
Oh, Arcane Rune too. Stormstormer's going to be so happy.
Yeah, it's a really big one to get here as well. He's going for a Lincoln Sphere on Storm. Makes a lot of sense playing against the Sven and Spirit Breaker.
Like how Antares just runs right past Fishman. Fishman's like, whatever.
That's no big deal.
IDC.
Mid tower now.
Seeing the arrow though.
Fishman is diligently doing his tower pushing duties.
So funny. He's like literally been able to do kind of whatever he wants this game. Just chilling.
Oh, Miero blink.
Miro, they
Looking
see
for a
him.
TP
They saw
spot.
him earlier.
Good spot.
I
Might be
think-
enough.
Oh, it is enough. It's just enough, but it's not looking great here for Ramses. Stormstormer and Watson already in position as they get a couple of these clicks off, push over onto Solo. They'll get both of them.
Yeah, TPing straight mid as well. They see the Arc Warden and their eyes just light up like, oh, Arc Warden, you say? We're coming over. He did pass over an Observer Ward on Slark, though.
Look at him. It is just the Tempest Devil this time around, though, so a little bit better. Oh, good stomp here
nice
from
ball.
Miero. Hand of God again, but they've got the Shadow Dance. So Watson's going to be able to escape. As you can see, the rest of the side of Entity, they're collapsing. They want to try to make these moves. They've got the Blink Dagger on Tusk. They can see the actual Kiyotaka as the Solo joining in. They're putting up a stance, but kind of in an awkward position right now. So they don't have the Spirit Breaker. Could be there in a flash, but also they don't have their Chen.
Yeah, they didn't actually have like vision on Kiyotaka. They stayed close enough under a tower there, just hiding. If they had Slark nearby with night vision, could maybe have dove that. But good job dodging the dive at least.
Is under attack.
Oh, they can farm up top and take this tower, that's for sure. As again, Watson finding the
no.
opening. He found Kiyotaka that time.
I mean, this is sort of what I expect when I see a first phase Arc Warden. I honestly don't understand how it's supposed to work. Doesn't it always get punished by these type of picks and this type of gameplay? This is 2 games today that they're trying this, and it doesn't look much better than last time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone will do an interview at some point and we can find out what the thought process was behind
I'll
it.
talk to the boys afterwards. I'll get the inside interview with Storm if they have been
Get the
playing
scoop.
against this, if this is a legit thing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, look at this. They just walk and they have 40-something seconds left over on the Aegis. So Slark still looking very, very healthy. Don't have the Hand of God any longer.
Then coming
but
in.
Can they find this opening? Can they find the position? They'll clear up a bunch of the Chen creeps. They'll be happy with that. And again, here you go. Miero, he was smoked up. Pounce forward here from Watson. 30 seconds left on this Aegis. They're going to be able to provide a lot of support. The jump in. Again, Stampede, they just rip apart Ramses. Kiyotaka Storm just trying to run away with this clown here off to the side.
Man, that was so nice. They waited long enough with the Tusk jump that when they jumped in, it doesn't matter if you want a BKB anymore now, because now you're just dead.
Oh god, they're just chasing after Miero. They've already taken care of Solo. Dawnbreaker ultimate landing over onto Miero. They get Kiyotaka, they get Miero. In comes Intars. He wants Kata Omi, but he's got to run. He's got to get out of there. And they call GG. They've had enough. They realize we can't bounce back from this, unfortunately, for the side of Pandas.
Yeah, this is just completely over already. 21 minutes in, but this lineup never really got to take off. This was just a complete shutdown of whatever it was the 9 Pandas wanted to do. They didn't hit the timings. They didn't get enough items.